Hello everyone. I want to talk about how a lot of us collect the figures. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's Star Wars figures, Transformer figures, any type of figures. Right? Now, remember a few years ago, you'd go into a shop, and they'd have wall-to-wall different figures. Right? And how you'd go into Zing and they had the big statues, right? And they have heaps in the cabinet. But then when COVID happened, after that, they all started to disappear. And of course, nowadays, you go into Zing shop. Oh, they've got some figures there, but they don't have the big statue figures in cabinet. They don't have them anymore. All because of this COVID. And we all know who caused the COVID thing, right? The Asians, right? Over in Wuhan land, right? And I think that's absolutely ridiculous, because we used to, a few years ago, used to have, you know, wall to wall, you go in and you collect them, right? But since then, no. You go into Big W, and it's all squashed in, and it's just not much to have a look at and collect, right? You go into Zing, and it's the same thing. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And the only way to get certain figures or big statues, if you've got a lot of money, is online, whether it's eBay, Amazon, or another app which I use, and order things when I can. But I can't order the really big statue figures, right? Don't have the money for that because they're a bit pricey. But the thing is, you have to go online, right? Pay a little bit more money to get what you want to get. And yet, you see people doing videos that live in America, and they've got wall to wall. And I'd like to know why Australia doesn't have that much in this country. And I feel as though they're all being a bit slack towards Australia, because you've got things disappearing. And I know there's a lot of the collectors. They collect different things. They even collect cars. You know, the Matchbox cars. Oh, they do that. But the point is, why don't we have wall to wall over here? Now, if you go over to America and you go into one of their stores, all the way along, wall to wall. You see, this country, we used to have a lot of the figures and that. But nowadays, no. All gone. And I think I think that they're just being very unfair towards this country. Because you go into Big W, not many there. I mean, Kmart. Seriously. Kmart. Walk down the aisle and there's not many figures or anything like that. It. Oh. Oh. Oh, I hope. Oh. So move it too quick. It is because this country's so expensive. Which that's another thing. Why this country has to be so expensive. Because as the saying goes, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. You see, maybe, just maybe, we had a proper Prime Minister. You know, someone that's going to care about everybody, help everyone, making sure that the prices are down. And this is for everything. Because Australia seems to be the most expensive country in the world. Right? Now, I've mentioned about Lego before. You go into Big W to buy, to have a look at the Lego. Firstly, have a look at the Lego, right? Or you see parents going in to have a look at the Lego to buy for their kids, right? Whether it's young or old. And they look at the prices. Absolutely ridiculous, right? But the thing is, the app I use, I've ordered a Lego set, a few months ago, and it was the Disney camera. You know, the old-fashioned cameras where they got the part there and they go like round there. The 100th anniversary of Disney, right? And it's got like a film going around like this, wraps around the leg, and you get the little mini figures. Mickey, Minnie, and Walt Disney, and I think there's another little figure with him, right? In Big W, they're charging $159 for it, right? I got it overseas for $37, right? Same thing, same set. Might have been in a bag with the book, but it is exactly the same one. And yet in this country, they charge more than they should. Another Lego set. Remember the Big W would have the Millennium Falcon Lego set. You know, the big box, in the big square box. They were selling it for over $1,150. Now, who on earth is going to bloody spend that much on a Lego set like that, right? Now, the so-called app I used, I had a look on that, and for the same set at a lower price, $200 and something plus $90 shipping, right? So that's $300 and something. That's a little bit better than paying $1,150 in a store that should not be selling things so expensive. It goes for the bloody supermarkets as well. It's ridiculous. Now, of course, this video has not to do with anything about the supermarkets. It's got more to do with how with the figures disappearing and how we collect. We're all, collectors and that. Also has to do with the prices too. Because I've seen ones in America do videos on YouTube, and they are buying the figures less. And yet here, you're looking at about $39, $25. Oh, and General Grievous figure, $60. Now, don't you think that's a bit much for a figure? You see, I think the only reason why prices are it's so expensive in this country, and it's got worse, is because of the government. They're all in on it with all these other companies. And this is why we need a better Prime Minister, so the prices go down. And so that, you know, all the figures in that return. Because when you have a look in the Zing shop, they've got more clothes in there. Now, it's all right, it's nice to be able to buy clothes. But the point is, it's a store that should have more figures. It used to, but it doesn't now. And another thing with when you're like Amazon or eBay, and if you want to order figures, you have to be lucky that it's a reasonable price. Because the thing is, it costs a lot at the postage. But everything, all the prices need to be put down too. Now, something else I'll mention, which hasn't got to do with this, you know, collecting. You know, well, we're all collectors, and then we got figures and that, is the McDonald's. Notice how I think that's going up too. That's expensive as well. But in other countries like America, less. Right? Their burgers are reasonable sizes. But here, mini burgers. But as I said, that hasn't got to do with the main thing I'm talking about, with how we're all collectors and we collect figures and all that, and it's very hard to try and collect figures when you have to be lucky to be able to collect anything. How expensive it is. And have you noticed, with prices, whoosh, going up and up and up? Ever since a certain person has become Prime Minister, he's totally stuffed up this country. It is getting worse and worse and worse with these prices. And yet, nothing done about it. Now, I'd like to be able to, walk into a store and see wall to wall different figures. But that's impossible for that to happen. Not over here. Oh, but in America, they've got wall to wall. I just think it's very unfair that if we want figures, we have to order online, which just had to be lucky to be able to get them in the shop. But I can tell you now that the certain app I use, the figures, certain figures like Star Wars figures or Transformer figures, which Transformer figures, right? Now I got a Optimus Prime on this app that when I can, I order things on. Optimus Prime cost me, I paid about, I think it was $8 something. Oh, it's a little bit of postage, so it was about $10, $11, right? When it arrived, I opened it up, took it out of the box, perfect. And I'll show you. Now, this is Optimus Prime, right? Right? Comes with a gun, right? Now look at that. Optimus Prime, he transforms into the truck, right? That cost me about $10, $11, including a little bit of postage, right? How much do you think it costs in the shop here? Oh, they probably charge about, $25, $30, right? Bumblebee. But, you know, Bumblebee. Now, of course, when you see it like that, they naturally have to change the copyright, right? But I got Bumblebee. Seems a slightly different colour though. But still, comes with a gun as well, just fell on the floor. But he changes into the car. I paid, let's see, probably $12, $13, about $14 roughly, including postage. For that, look at the quality. Look at the quality of that. And that changes into the car. And yet the stores charging nearly 25 or 30 something dollars. And yet the app I order things from, and I can. You've got Bumblebee, right? On the back, there's Optimus Prime and a different one. And there's Optimus Prime, right? Why do you think it's cheap overseas? Because they use their brains. Sell things for less, make more money, right? The quality of those, really good. Good quality at a lesser bloody price. And the thing is, I would rather spend less getting things like this overseas, including Lego, than paying more for what it cost in this country. It wouldn't cost so much in this country if we had someone as a proper Prime Minister that would think of everybody, stop wasting millions of dollars, wasting money on stupid things, and worry about the important things, using the money on important things, the main issues, right? Instead of splurging on this and splurging on that. It wouldn't be so expensive. Then maybe when you go into the shop, Big W and Kmart and all that, they'd have wall to wall. Because this is what I've noticed, that things are just there's less of. So that's my little talk about how it's so hard for collectors to collect things in this country. So take care. Bye now.